Hi everybody, Graham here again with the latest update on the beta launch of WeSa Abundance. Slow but surely progress. As you can perhaps tell by the fact that I've got the curtain half drawn, we've got summer back here in Cornwall. It arrived this afternoon, probably about 2 o'clock. So beautiful weather now. How long it's going to be around for, I don't know, but it's absolutely glorious. So, where are we up to? What have we got? Well, first of all, on the altcoins being added to the cart, not going to be happening today, I'm afraid. I'm just looking up the notes that I've got here, and basically, Devriani said, I found many PHP errors in the error log of the production server. Don't know what all that means, except that there are mistakes somewhere. And so we're fixing those, and we didn't get a chance to work on altcoins today, but we'll work on it tomorrow. And they're still fixing an issue with the payment via WeSa tokens. A PHP exception is being thrown at times when people place orders. I don't really know what that means either. I'm not able to recreate it, but the error is there. So that's what they're doing at the moment. And if you understood that, then you're a better man than I am, Gunga Din. Okay? So that's the good news and the bad news. The good news is the fixing things. The bad news is it'll be a day more before we get the altcoins available on the cart and as an option for people to buy. But people are getting through things more or less okay. We're getting a lot of deposit requests, so that means that tokens are being purchased, and it means that you're able to sell tokens. And most of the purchases come through Bitcoin, but we do get them through Ethereum and USDN and CME we've not had for a while, but we did get a lot of those at one time. A few different things, you know. What I will say is that we do get errors from people when they're depositing coins, and so if you come across anybody in your downline, or if you can make it clear to your downline that they should follow the instructions on the page and send their money to the address on the page, send their tokens to the address on the page, because the most common error is for people to send the tokens to themselves. And of course, all that does is waste time for them and for us. They have their Bitcoin address, or not Bitcoin, Waste wallet address, starting with 3p, whatever it is, and they send from there, and they're sending it to there as well. So I don't know whether the coins actually disappear and then come back, or whether nothing happens. I don't know, but that is a common error that people make. Instead of sending them to our wallet address, so that we can then credit their account. So if you come across anybody that's having difficulty, just point out that they should follow the instructions. Most people do, and because of that, most deposits go through pretty quickly. But we do get errors, and that is probably the most common error that stops people getting their deposits processed quickly. Withdrawals, we've done all the withdrawals as well as the deposits, although we do get people that are submitting withdrawal requests that aren't KYC verified. I suppose that's my fault. We should make sure that there is some indication on the withdrawal page that they must be KYC verified first. Although if they do go to the withdrawals rules page, it does point that out. Got another note there about it. Okay. Oh yeah, and we also get people that do withdraw correctly and are KYC verified, and then submit another request within 5 days of being paid, and that just takes time to decline it, because we have that 5-day period in between getting one withdrawal and requesting another. So just try and save me a bit of time and effort in doing things the right way, and it'll help. So we've covered the development, we've covered the altcoins, we've covered deposits and withdrawals, which are all done. I think all the tickets have been answered, although verifications I'm only doing once a day. So if any came in after I'd finished verifying people this morning, they'll be there. And I know that there are some. There's not that many of them, but if you have to wait 24 hours, you have to wait 24 hours. I can't keep going in every 5 minutes to verify someone. Okay. We had somebody today who wanted his account cancelled, and we cancelled it for him. It's no big deal, but people sometimes don't see the big picture. They get involved, and he said, you know, it's not worth me. It's not worth my time to log in and read messages for 10 cents a day. And it doesn't take very long, but I know where he's coming from. On the other hand, if it's not worth his time for 10 cents a day, maybe he should have staked more than pool one and made it more worthwhile, because he could be getting $5 a day for the same time, which is what, 2 or 3 minutes perhaps. Let's say it's 3 minutes. So there's 20 of those in an hour. 20 times $5 is $100. $100 an hour is probably more than most people make anyway. Okay, I know that some of that is a return of your investment. So, but even so, $33 an hour is probably more than a lot of people make as well. So people have to see the big picture, and maybe it's my fault for not painting it as well as I could have done. And it is still in my mind to get this PowerPoint done, which talks about what we're doing here and why and the community. But I haven't done it yet. It's a case of making the time and getting everything clear in my mind that I want to put over, and not taking hours and hours to do it. It needs to be as short as possible, with as much information as possible, and that part of it isn't the easy part. Once I've got the format down and done the slides, the rest of it is relatively simple, but it's not something that I've done yet, so it is still in my mind to do that. And we need to, with your help, make sure people see that big picture and not the 10 cents a day or even 1 cent a day, because 1 cent a day for people that can't afford $2 is good money. If they can afford $2, then they should be investing it and getting 10 times as much for the same effort. If they can't afford $2, 1 cent a day is valuable income. So, big picture. I also said that I would sort out some numbers, and some of you may think that I'm wasting my time doing this, but it doesn't take me very long, and it motivates me, and hopefully it'll motivate you as well when you see some of the potential that is available. And I did a spreadsheet. It took me about 10 minutes, so it's not something that I could have said, okay, I'm not doing the spreadsheet, I'm going to do this presentation, because the presentation is going to take me days rather than a few minutes. But this is a very simple spreadsheet, and I want to show it to you here now. And it's about elite memberships. I'm going out and getting one elite membership every month. And if every elite member did that, and I know that that's not going to happen because nobody has ever produced something that everybody does what's required. Okay, some people will do more, some people won't do anything. Whether or not we can average one per elite member per month, only time will tell, but that is probably expecting too much from the elite membership. However, it's not available just to the elite membership to introduce elite members, and we have a lot more members, and so it is perhaps far more practical to assume that the whole membership base working on introducing one member per day could probably double the elite membership each month. Is it possible? Only time will tell. So I've got the figures here, if I can get my spreadsheet up for you. And if I change this thing. Okay, the first thing I want to cover is right at the top in the bold. What we've got is the number of months down the left, and then it's all based on pool 6 and the number of members in pool 6 in each month. The value there is just assuming $150 income for each pool 6 member. Now, we all know that that is a minimum. And it could be more because of the power of one, and it could be more because of referral income, and it could be more because of the lottery. But as a bare minimum, it would be $150. So that's what we've got up there. The WeSa allocation is 20,000 tokens per month. It cannot be more than that. And what about saturation? Well, the world population is something like 7.594 billion. And internet users is a huge amount of those. It's 4.570 billion people that are using the internet. So what I'm showing here is the effect of just doubling the elite members each month. That's everybody finding one elite member, or the whole community between them finding the number of elite members that we have, so doubling the elite membership each month. It's probably impractical to suggest that that is going to happen, but we don't know, and we're going to incentivise people as much as we possibly can to make that happen. So what we show is here, first of all, is just the doubling up and the number of months. And when we get to month 15, starting from July basically, or starting from June, so it's actually month 14 starting from July, which would be August 2021, we would have 6.8 million elite members if we double everything, and that would hit our goal for 5 million active members and surpass it within 2 years. And I believe that 5 million active members is going to happen. Whether we have anything like that number of elite members in amongst that, I don't know. But this is a projection, it's just showing some possibilities. The green one down there is 100 million elite members. And that is a personal goal that I set for myself to achieve. 100 million, no, total members is the personal goal I set to achieve before I depart this earth and go on to better things or rot away in the earth, whatever you believe, okay? So that is my personal goal, 100 million. But I know we're going to hit 5 million members altogether within 2 years. Whether or not we can have 5 million elite members, we'll have to wait and see. But if we doubled the elite membership every month, that's with everybody in the community doing whatever they can to bring in one elite member, I think we possibly could, and we will keep building incentives for that. So what does that represent in value? Well, if we multiply the number by that 150 minimum that people would get, and you know that, that there's a lot more than that paid out, the value in June would have been $62,850 for elite membership payments. That's without Power of One, that's without commissions, that's without anything else other than that daily login reward. And you can see that obviously that goes up and doubles every month if we're doubling the number of elite members. Okay? And why have I shown that? Well, I've shown that because I wanted to show you how that affects the value of the WeSa tokens. And over here we have WeSa tokens, and there are 20,000 a month that can be allocated. So if we take the value, 62,000 in June, and divide it by the 20,000, if we'd paid out nothing else, the value of the WeSa tokens would have been $3 or $3.14. Now you all know that it was 4 times that, but let's just keep it at elite membership and show what happens to the value of the WeSa tokens. And of course that also is doubling every month because everything else is doubling every month. And you can see that we get to over $1,000 here, 1608, and that, if we go across here, actually happens. I don't know whether you can see, no, you'd be too small for you to see there anyway, but that 1608 happens in 9 months' time in March 2021. I honestly believe we're going to hit over $1,000 before this year is out, but we may not. That's my personal belief, and one of the goals that I set to help the community achieve. But doubling elite, ignoring everything else, ignoring all the other payments, all the other pools, ignoring all the other members, doubling the elite, we would get to $1,600 by March of next year. And by June of next year, we would be at almost $13,000 and likely to be rivaling Bitcoin at that time, and a month later surpassing Bitcoin. Okay? Just based on elite membership. But you look at these numbers and you say, okay, look at all these down here. We get down to 21 months from now, which we've already had 3 months, so that's 2 years' time. And you're looking at 439,000. 439 million people as elite members. And you say that's ridiculous, it's saturation. Well, what I've done here is I've put in the world population, 7.5 billion, and internet users, 4.5 billion. And these figures here, the percentages, are the percentage of this number, 419 members, as a percentage of the world population and as a percentage of the internet users. And you can see that we don't even start registering as a percentage until we get down to this, where it shows 0.01%. Okay, and that is when we have 429,000 members, 429,000 elite members. That's 10 months from now if we doubled up the elite membership, just the elite membership, okay? And that would be the first time we would even register with to 2 decimal points anyway, as a percentage of the internet users. When we get to that yellow band, which is the over 5 million, we are at 0.15% of internet users. Still quite a small proportion of internet users, and an even smaller proportion of the world population, of course. And even when we get to that 100 million, that is my personal goal for this community before I pop my clogs, we're looking at 2.4% of the internet users. It's still a tiny percentage. And with what we offer, I believe we can do that and much, much more. Now, the fact that that green thing happens in December 21, if we double up, doesn't mean that I'm prepared to shake off these mortal coils in January 22, okay? It just means that that is what I'm aiming for, and that is one of my goals before I do die, and I hope I live to see it realised, and much, much more. But I wanted to show you those figures because they motivate me, because I know where we're going with this, and I'm hoping that they have the same effect on you in motivating you. And we will be continuing to incentivise people to bring in one elite member per month, anybody. Because even a free member, if they bring in an elite member, they get the same commission. They get that $10 a month forever. Generational income. And if they're doing it on a regular basis, they're getting the power of one, which is adding 30%. And if it's an elite member on a regular basis, that's being doubled to 60%. So they're actually getting $16 a month for each person they bring in. Okay, it doesn't take a lot of $16 to get up to a significant income for a lot of people. Take into account then that we're paying through 2 tiers, okay, and that multiplies that income massively. So it's up to you to do it, and it's up to you to motivate your people to do it. And we'll provide the incentives. That doubling of the elite, of the power of one figure for the elite power of one is not operational. It's, if you like, it's pie in the sky at the moment. The developers don't even know about it, just between you and me and anybody that watches the replays. But the other things are in place, and the 30% is there, and it's achievable, and some of you will do it very soon. We're only in, what were we in, month 2 of the power of one? I know that people will be getting to their 3rd month this month, and where are we? July, August, September. I know that we'll have people that will be in their 5th consecutive month of that. We will be looking at incentivising this in other ways, helping. We'll be running competitions. We'll be doing all sorts of things. But this is a projection of where we can go, and this is based purely on elite memberships doubling each month with everybody pulling together. Currently, I think we had, I can't remember, I wonder, can I pull that up? Just let me see how many wallets we've got. I can probably pull that up quite quickly, because these effectively are the number of active members, and we have 7,238 wallets that are registered. So we've got 7,238 people that are active. So to get 439 elite members, which would double us up, no, 419, sorry, only 419 elite members to double us up. We're looking at, you know, not many people have to actually introduce an elite member as a percentage. If we took it as just one per person, 419 divided by whatever I said it was, 7,200 or something like that. It's 0.05 people per person being introduced so it's like 1 in 20 introducing an elite member, something of those, around those figures. Okay, is that possible? I believe it's possible. It's not going to be easy. It's something we're going to have to work on. We're going to have to motivate people, incentivize people. But once people start seeing the rewards and see that big picture instead of the 1 cent a day and 10 cents a day, then we'll see people wanting to do this. And elite membership really is something that is so easy. It's somebody that has $100 that would like to turn it into 150 in 30 days. There's a lot of people out there that want to do just that. Okay, they may have $1,000 and prefer to turn it into $1,500, but they're not going to pass up that 100 into 150. And when we introduce secondary staking, that will be another incentive to introduce people, because if they're not power of one qualified, they won't be able to enter the secondary staking. And we will probably limit the number of secondary stakes if they're not power of one elite qualified. So that'll be another encouragement for people to make sure that they are power of one elite qualified. And we'll keep finding ways, and we'll keep adding them until we start hitting these targets. And when we hit these targets, you will see the value of the WeSa tokens going up. And if we look at them again, there's the value of your WeSa tokens. You know they're more than $3 now, but that's if they were only $3 now and doubling and doubling and doubling. And you can see these tokens are going to be worth, at some stage in the future, over $1 million each, over $3 million each. When is down to you and the rest of the members. But to get to thousands of dollars, 1,000 or 3,000 or 6,000, isn't going to take very long, believe me. I know it's going to happen. And if you know it's going to happen, we'll all make it happen, because that dynamic combined will, combined with that divine will, is unstoppable. And I hope I'm in the group. I'm pretty sure I am, but let's find the group. Facebook, home, we share abundance. So I hope you found that worth me doing. I found it worth me doing from my own personal point of view. As I say, it only takes me a few minutes to knock out something like that, but it just gives me a bit of extra motivation. Not that I really need an awful lot. My motivation is in this beautiful community, and the love I feel here for everyone, I'm not talking about for me personally, I'm talking about just being shared all over. So let's get to the comments. We're getting there, folks, we're getting there. Okay, Trevor and here we go. Again, Trevor and Werner and Dave and EK and Diane and Steve and Russ. Russ says, I made a chat. Oh, because you're in the Lake District, of course, yeah, you're in your little cottage. Yeah, nice to have you here, Russ, and I hope the weather is good for you there like it is here in Cornwall. Kingsley, Kathy, Miran, Thomas, Dallas van der Vesterhuizen. I don't believe we've seen you here before, Dallas, but we may have done, and my memory is not all that good sometimes. But welcome, it's nice to see you here anyway. And Roger Mitchell, he made it. And Lena's here from Norway, isn't it? Yeah, I think Norway, somewhere in Scandinavian countries. Marty. Dan Graham, would you be able to explain why we can only have one member per household where the same IP address is used? If someone works independently off a different computer, would this be allowed? No, is the answer. One person per household is explained in the FAQs, and one of the reasons that isn't explained in there is people would start stacking. And if you don't know what stacking is, it's you, Diane, go out and you introduce your husband, and you do all your promotion through your husband, and that way he gets 10% and you get 10% and your sponsor gets nothing. And that's not the way things should work. And you may not do that, but a lot of people would, and I wouldn't blame them for doing it because it would be available to them, and it would make sense to do that in many ways, even though it's not ethical, it's not illegal, and it would be within the rules, and it would be difficult to police if we did allow that. But it's also good to promote households working together, get the family working together. There's enough income can be generated for a family working together and sharing the rewards. You don't need two accounts. Ramachandra, Martin, Kevin, Isaac, Mirren, I think we've seen you. You are a great man. No, I'm just an ordinary man. Mirren, nothing great about me, believe me. Hi everyone, hope you're having a great day. Sun here in Alberta, Canada. Yeah, we're sharing the sunshine all over the place. The sun shines on the righteous. Hello from USA, that's Hank. Going to be a nice ride for us all if we work some. Yeah, it's not a lot of work, it's only a bit of sharing. Don't push people. If they can't see it, don't waste your time with them. Just share what we have, and they'll come back eventually. Derek, good weather in Birmingham too. Excellent. We're getting it countrywide, it looks like. Although we won't know unless we get up to the Highlands. I've not seen our Heeland lass yet. Joel says amazing figures. Yeah, they're only projections, Joel, but we can make it happen. I can't make it happen. You on your own can't make it happen. But as a community, we can make it happen. Marty says the elite members will also come from being free initially. Yeah, that's part of the plan is to help people, to give them that ability to step up through the pools and get to become elites, and that's an additional way that things will happen and materialise. Ah, Jane's here. That's the Healing Lass. What's your weather like, Jane? So I better live a lot longer. Yeah, we all enjoy life. That's the important thing. Enjoy it. We've all got to go sometime, but enjoy it until we do. Matthew Cook, silly question. I can go from being Pool 6 member to an elite member, right? How much more would I need to bring to the table for elite membership? Matthew, elite membership is a Pool 6 member. It's just another name for it. If you're in all 6 pools, then you are an elite member. Nothing extra required, no qualification, nothing. If you're in all 6 pools, you're an elite member. Victory's here. And Diane we've said hello to already, I think. Matthew, can't remember whether we said hello to you before, but hello anyway. Elite member, pay once and set for life. Not if that's all they stick with. I mean, $50 a month for life is the minimum they're going to get. Is it possible to explain how all the payments are generated and from whence they come, or is that too intricate to do here, or part of the magic source not available to be known? I get this question quite a lot from prospects, and answering it just works sometimes isn't sufficient. It's all on the website, Roger. There's no secret. It's purely the same way that countries generate currency by having banknotes printed and coins minted. We do exactly the same thing, and that currency has a value dependent on the gross national product of the country, and our currency has a value based on the gross national product of our community. And it's no secret. It's on the website. Have a look at the concept page, I think explains it in a bit more detail. Norman and Marty. Yeah, if you bless others, I don't know what the percentage, the amount it comes back, but I know that blessings are multiplied. Whatever it's impossible to do a service for somebody else without doing a greater service to yourself. That's just the way things work. So the more service you offer, the more benefit you're going to get back from it. Ike says it's his first month as an elite member. Good. A lot of people, we all start somewhere. And it doesn't matter whether you start free or whether you start with Pool 1 and you work your way up, or whether you get in as an elite member. It's just wonderful to get to that elite membership. And then we will be able to take it further with referrals and with the lotteries and with the secondary staking once we get that. Philip. Hi, Philip. Marty. Everyone should invite other members if don't have a group chat to get them in here or send them to motivate them. Yep. Let's get everybody motivated. I noticed that there are some, and I suggested this, some groups popping up. We Share Abundance, Zambia is one. We Share Abundance, some other country. If you're from a country or a language, set up We Share Abundance Spanish speakers, or We Share Abundance Hindu. No, that's a religion. Well, it doesn't matter anyway, but the language, whatever it is, Urdu, is it? I don't know. but set up these groups and motivate the people in them. Michael Persley, hi Michael. Kevin's there. Jane. Absolutely getting more excited. This community is going higher every second, minute, every day. I'm glad to be a member. You're doing your part as well, Victory. I know. I see what you're doing, and the rewards will follow. And it's so heartwarming that people in places like Nigeria and the Philippines are making additional income. I mean, it's nice if you're in the States or Canada, but most people in the States or Canada or Europe, Western Europe particularly, they're not desperate. I mean, some people are, but most people aren't. Most people have a roof and food on the table. But in a lot of these countries, that is difficult, and what we can bring to those communities, apart from the love we share, is financial assistance through We Share Abundance, and that's, you know, that gets you there. I think it gets me anyway. Dean, hello, Dean. Yeah, I think that the concepts page has got information about that, Roger. Okay, and that's been through everybody. We've got 34 people here today. Somebody showed me how to do that. I never knew that. I don't know these things. You know, my technical ability is shocking. I can't even work a TV remote properly, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I love to see the third world countries doing it. I made a group, We Share Abundance 3D, but I am the only one there yet. 3D because of logos and the creative part. Okay. Change it to 3D Portuguese or something like that, because people will not search for 3D, and they may not search for We Share Abundance, but some people will, and that will become more common as we go. But you will find people searching for Portuguese or something like that. So make it something that people will find if they do a search. Okay, let me escape from this and we'll have a look at the group. See how many members we've got for a start. Where are we? 2,695 members, and we've got 58 new members. I don't think that's quite as many as we had yesterday, but it's still a good number. And it'll soon be 2,700, won't it? Only 5 short. Let's have a look. Oh, Jane just finished first banner, but Facebook won't allow me to upload it because it's too small. Yeah, I think, Jane, didn't we agree that you're going to put that link for your OneDrive or whatever it is that people can get at your banner in the media sharing bit of the website? And that's up in the top right somewhere. There is training and media sharing and something else. I can't remember what else is there now. But there are 3 sort of sections. So if you're looking for media, banners and things, Jane is doing a wonderful job helping you people out, providing you with banners. And she's good at doing it, so. Okay, oh, she's put it up there. Please go to the sharing media folder up on the left of the group. Oh, I thought it was on the right of the group. Is it on the left of the group? It's not on the left in my, I don't know, but it could be different Facebook things, but on mine, it's up at the top right, sharing media, and there's 8 things in it. Oh, testimonials is the other thing that's up there. But we have a testimonials page now. Now I've lost my place, I don't know where I am. Jeanette Bischoff is hosting a watch party. And it's got me on it. I wonder if that's me live now, I don't know. I don't understand watch parties either. And Jane's put an extra link to the things there. Joel says, is it my impression or someone just sold WeSa at 0.00136? They could have done. We can't catch everybody, and even when we catch people, and they're stupid if they sell them at lower prices, but we can't catch everybody, and even when we find out who it is, sometimes they're not even a member of the community. They bought tokens, and they're just. We do our best to police things, but we can't always. Donald Pedersen said, I made my first video for We Share Abundance. Well done, Donald. Share it with people. Nice to tell them, but let's see it. Oluwatin Omalara Taiwo. Hi. Hello everyone, I'm new here. Am I welcome? Everybody's welcome here. Everybody. I'm trying to help downline opener Waves Exchange accounts. You can't find the sign up button. Me neither. Can someone help, please? The sign up button, Ina. This is Ina Botes. If you're on the call, I don't remember seeing you, but if you're not and you see it in the replay, the sign up button with you being a member of Waves won't appear. There'll only be a login button. But if you open the site in an incognito window, then you should see the sign up button. I don't know why your prospect can't find the button, or your referral. I don't know. I can't answer that. But if you are a member of Waves, it doesn't show. It comes up as a login. So you have to go to an incognito window. Clyde says he can't access his wallets in Waves. I don't know why they are there, and I move. Or I don't move money out of there currently or in there, but I've never had a problem. And it doesn't usually take very long. It can take a few minutes. I don't think it ever takes very long. There's Joel with more banners and things. I don't see any other questions, so let's get back up here. And July the 6th, that's right. And we go back to the comments and see if there are any questions in there. I know about that Waves login thing because I had that trouble when I was trying to do a video and explain to people how to set their account up. And there is a video on the site which okay, there's no more comments there, no questions. And I've no more news for you. I think I covered the few things that I had on my notes. Numbers, big picture, yep. So, I'll leave you there. Go and enjoy the sunshine. You've got it in Canada, you've got it in Birmingham, we've got it here in Cornwall. Actually, it's gone behind a cloud now, so I can open my curtain, but it's still blue skies. And enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of your life. And thank you for being here. Kingsley says, in the future, can we have something like a WeSa debit card? No idea. All things are possible in the future, possibly, but at this stage, I really have no idea, Kingsley. Okay, God bless you all. See you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Enjoy life. Share love, share abundance.